Hi, welcome back. I look quite white, which I'm really aware of, and I'll try to fix that, but the whole sunlight situation is just really weird. Also, please excuse my mess in the background. I'm currently in a massive progress of cleaning. It's going, but we all know how cleaning is. So today I am bringing you the video where I will be talking about all the books that I read in 2020, which is honestly not a lot. As for now, in total, I think I read 6 books. Technically it was 5. I'm currently looking at my Goodreads just to check that. Technically it was 5 because one of the books I DNF'd, but I still included that as the book that I read because it was the audiobook that I was listening to, and I kind of spent like a good amount of time on it, but I just could not finish it. It was not my cup of tea at all, so I just DNF'd it. So I will actually start with the book that I DNF'd because that was the very first book of 2020, and that was 10 Blind Days by Ashley Alston. Basically, the whole plot of this book is that this girl is suddenly broken up with by her boyfriend who she was looking forward to spending the break with, and then she goes to her family, and then she has like this whole big family. I really love the family element, to be honest. And then they all organize her like one date each, and then she goes on all those like blind dates and stuff. I have no idea how this ends. I think I know who she ends up with. Pretty obvious thing, but yeah, I just couldn't finish it. Okay, the second book that I read in 2020 was The Wicked King by Holly Black. Basically, it's the second book in the the Folk of the Air series, and this like the whole like this our world, like also there's the fairy world kind of situation, and I really like it. Actually, right after I finished the second one, I ordered the third book, and I think this is gonna be my very next read after I finish Scythe, which I'm currently reading, and I'm enjoying it so much, but I'll talk about it later when I actually finish it. So yeah, I won't go into much details about this book because it's the second book in the series, but the first book was about those like 3 sisters, and then their parents are killed right in front of them, and then the person who kills them takes those 3 sisters into the fairy world, and then they are forced to grow up there, and they're taught all the like fairy laws and stuff like that, and then there's like a lot of politics involved and everything. I honestly really love the series, so I have like very high expectations for book 3. The next read was Almost Adulting by Arden Rose, who is also a YouTuber, and she wrote this book, and I have been excited to read it since when did she release it? Like 2016, 2017, something along those lines, and I've been excited to read this book ever since then, and I think that if I read it back then, I would have enjoyed it much more, because as for now, I've lived like on my own for a year and a half. Like, my parents are in a totally different country. I have to like clean for myself, make my own meals all the time, figure out taxes, all the, I don't know, like tuition fees, rent. If something breaks, I have to, or like we with my housemates, we have to like contact the landlords and stuff like that. And I just solve all this stuff on my own, and I have been doing that for a year and a half now. So as for now, this book was not as useful for me. It was more of a reminder that like we're all in this together, and that you never actually stop adulting. There isn't like a certain point when you do something, or like as she says, like when you receive a letter or something like that, and they're like, okay, congrats, you're officially an adult. That's not gonna happen, and that was a good reminder. I also learned about her OCD or something from that book. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, that was good. But in general, I wouldn't say that I was like a huge fan, but I think that when my sister is like around 16, 17, I would really encourage her to read that, because I think that's a really great read for like that age, but not for when you're like 20 and you've lived on your own for quite a while now. The next book that I read, or more like listened to, because that was also an audiobook, was Roomies by Christina Loring. And I actually like their author duo, because I listened to, what was it, Jack and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating or something like that, and that was really good. Roomies was kind of lower for me, but it was still very nice. So basically it's about the girl, and she meets the guy on the metro. He's a musician, and then the girl's uncle work in the like theater or something like that, and then they are looking for a new musician for their show because the old one is going to like move somewhere, or like they're just finishing their contract. I honestly don't remember. Whatever. But yeah, then it turns out that this guy, the musician that she met in the metro, is in the country illegally. So then they get married for him to get the visa and to just stay in the country. And so they start living together and stuff like that, and it's just a predictable romance. But it was nice, as any romance had its ups and downs and all the like drama and stuff like that. And that was actually not bad. Some of the drama that was happening was like very, very stupid. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I was listening and I was like, what the hell? Like, who the hell would do that? Like, what? The next book was also an audiobook, and that was Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. And I think it's the first book in the series, and I am pretty sure I'm gonna listen to the second and the third book. So the whole premise is that there are three sisters, and they were separated as kids, and they all have like their special ability. And then at the age of I think 16, they are supposed to like fight each other, and then one of them should kill the other two, and then she becomes the queen. But the whole thing and like plot twist in this scenario is that two of the sisters actually have no superpowers, and only one of them is like super powerful, and just everyone think that she's gonna be the queen. I want to say that I was really bored at some points. It's a nice fantasy, and as I said, I'm gonna listen to the other books because I want to know how it all ends. I thought I was gonna stop at book one, but then like the very last scene in book one and like the last phrase, I was like, what? That was a plot twist. So now I'm interested, and now I want to listen to the other books. But unfortunately, I was kind of bored at a lot of points, to the point that I put my book on like X2 speed. I usually listen to like 1.5 or 1.8, but I was like, I just want to be done with it. So I just put it for like twice as fast. Yeah, that was something, but it wasn't a bad book actually. And again, as I already mentioned twice, I'm gonna listen to the other books, so that's a good thing, I guess. And the last book that I have here is The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck, and it's not focusing, you can't see anything because of the lights, but this is the book by Sarah Knight, and it's basically telling you about how you have like a certain like fuck budget, and then you really have to choose the things that you should and shouldn't give a fuck about, and that like you should always really think on what you can spend your fuck budget and what you cannot spend it on, and then that you should not be an asshole about it, and like basically you should be like honest but polite and stuff like that. And I can't say that it was like something fundamentally new for me, because I think I came to that realization on my own like a couple of years ago, that some stuff you just cannot care about, like you literally cannot afford, like money, energy, time wise, you just cannot care about it. But again, this book was just like a good reminder, and it also gave me like some really nice ideas about like how to be honest but nice about everything that like I don't give a shit about. And like if, I don't know, your friend is asking you like to go to karaoke, but like you hate karaoke, you don't have to like come up with lame excuses all the time, or be like a total douche and be like, oh my god, I hate karaoke. But you can just honestly say that like, oh, you know, I appreciate the invitation, but karaoke is really not my thing. We can do something like next Sunday together though, like go to the cafe, go to the park, whatever. So yeah, that was really nice. But again, like not an insanely great book, but not a bad one. So I think, as you can tell, I haven't had a great reading year so far. It was very, very, very in the middle. It was just moderately nice. Not great, not bad. Yeah, 6 books in 4 months is not much. As I said in my previous video, I've been in a massive reading slump for the past like year or so. It was bad, like very bad. But we're slowly but surely getting out of it. Currently I'm reading Scythe and I'm really, really enjoying this book. I just love it so much. And after that I'm gonna read the Queen of Nothing, the 3rd book in the Folk of Fair or whatever it's called by Holly Black. You know what I mean. I also have very, very high expectations for that one because the previous 2 books were incredible. So stick with me, stay tuned, more videos are about to come your way, more reading. Next week actually I have a break from uni, so I think at some point I'm gonna do a 24-hour readathon again because I really want to. And I'm gonna vlog it also. So yeah, subscribe, like it, don't leave me, please, don't leave me, support me. I'm coming back. Very awkward. Yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one.